We're live in the game right now, and we're gonna find out. Starting to the top of the map, we have in red PartinG, a former StarTale player, now gonna join one of the Casper teams in this fourth game between him and his opponent at the bottom of the map in blue. There we have him, the incredible Miracles Nestea, and let's see what's gonna happen this time.
Yep.
So far, Nestea is still building drones.
He's still building drones so far. We'll see what he has planned later on. Of course, this map is a map that we've talked about timelessly, but I'll just reiterate it because I think it's really important that, you know, Nestea's an aggressive player, but PartinG is someone who is normally the aggressor in this matchup. He could do a Void Ray all in, he could do an Immortal push in this map at the third. It's tough for a Zerg to get that third. PartinG again goes for the pylon in the main, which is actually, if you go Forge first, really safe against early pools.
The last time that he built the pylon in the main, his original idea was to go into a Forge play and not for a gateway. But at this point, well, what's he gonna do? He's starting things off with a gateway, and this is pretty cool because now he has a lot of different paths that he can go down. We have him with a lot of chrono boosts already on the Nexus, so that he's going for a 4-gate is a bit unlikely. 4 gates are something that have become another choice for a Protoss player to deal with the Zerg, because a lot of Zergs don't know the timings anymore, how to deal with it perfectly, try to be a little bit greedy in the early game, and if they don't scout properly, they might just be hit with a 4 gate and lose the match.
Yeah.
But in general, it just means that PartinG opening with a gateway can go into a much faster tech.
It makes the Zerg feel very uncomfortable when they see this. It makes you feel uncomfortable because you're scared of the possible 4-gate or a faster gateway pressure. But at the same time, you're also worried and concerned about what you do to punish it. Can you punish it? Should I try to punish it? How do I punish it if I do that? You know, should I go for an early roach push, try to punish him if he tries to go for one gateway expand where he doesn't have a lot of cannons and he's really wide open?
That was close, by the way. That probe just barely hang on to those 5 hit points. It looked for a second as if Nestea was able to kill it.
Yeah, that was very close. That was a really scary situation for that probe. Luckily, regardless, the probe survived, but Nestea does get his hatchery down, and Nestea is going for gas.
Yeah, Nestea is on 2 bases now, or will be in a few seconds, is going for gas too, something that PartinG has seen, and Nestea cancels it.
So smart by Nestea.
Mind games. You said it best earlier. Nestea is in PartinG's head now.
This is so cool. You know, I was going to say the gas is actually a great choice against the gateways, because it could be a 4-gate, for example. PartinG is already spotted by Nestea. Nestea knows what's going on up here, and Nestea has played against so many 4-gates. If you haven't watched his open season games, go watch him. He played against players like AnyPro and Hongen back in the day when everybody was 4-gating, and he knows how to deal with it.
I'm actually a little bit surprised that he doesn't take gas, because if you are, and there, okay, now we have the double gas. Is he going into oversupply? Doesn't look like it. No, Overlord just finished. Okay, with the double gas now, okay, this makes a little bit more sense. Because as you said, if you are up against a gateway player, what you usually want is an early speed, so that you have one weapon of choice against those gateway units. So it would be a little bit surprising to me if he didn't go for gas at all. But now we have him with double extractor, and this will of course speed up his gas mining so that he can get the speed upgrade as fast as possible. And at the same time, PartinG is still taking his Nexus.
Yeah, he is, and he's doing that ability to describe the one gateway expand with sentries. This is a map where the Nexus is really exposed, though, if you don't wall off the top of your ramp. And if you go for this gateway type build, you're still don't wall. And he's going for a fast lair.
Going for a fast lair instead of going for the speed upgrade for the Zerglings. He's actually getting really greedy here. If he's hit by a gateway attack, by a heavy gateway play from PartinG, then I'm not quite sure if he will be able to hold. Without the speed upgrade at all, going into double extractor now at his natural means that we don't see any kind of shenanigans like in Nidus.
Yeah, it's too many gases for that.
It's just too much. He doesn't even have a roach spawn.
It looks like he wants to go really fast. I could see infestors of this as well, but I think you're right. Against this type of build that PartinG has chosen, I think this choice is weird and too risky. That's what Nestea is desperately trying to find out with his overlords. How many gateways are you adding? Because he needs to know if he needs to start spine crawlers so he can hold and keep his tech alive.
He's really gambling here. That is a bit crazy. PartinG is now in a position where he could, with gateway units, do a lot of damage. Nestea, if you just look at the units, he has 1 Zergling. That's all that he's got. He's going into 42 harvesters. There's the Spire. He's trying to hit a Mutalisk timing. if PartinG just starts to attack with gateway units, the game would be over. But on the other hand, if PartinG doesn't scout this, if he doesn't actually react to it, with how fast Nestea plays this, those Mutalisks could hit him when he doesn't have enough Stalkers and could just completely destroy PartinG.
Yeah, I think we may see that. But more likely, I think Nestea is in trouble. If PartinG really does this push, which it starts to look more and more like he is, he's got that fort piling up. Nestea is definitely loses third base. There's no way to defend that, and he's got enough gas to make a few mutas, but
the thing is, at this point, he needs spine
yeah,
crawlers.
he doesn't have enough time. He's making 2, but they're not even gonna finish. He's just gonna have to cancel them, and he's probably just gonna lose this game. He desperately pulls his drones, but there's enough sentries here.
The speed is there. Here come the force fields. The drones have to fight as well. The creeps are trying to take down as many units as possible, but suddenly PartinG is losing a lot, and this does not. Sorry, not PartinG. Nestea is losing a lot.
Yeah.
And this doesn't look good. The queens are dead. The zerglings are gone. The spine crawlers aren't ready.
PartinG may be losing some sleep after this. I mean, this is actually brutal. And he just hits the last of his force fields so perfectly. Nestea cannot find an opening. The Stalker's armor is too thick on the left side. The drones get pushed back. The spine crawlers finish, but there's not enough support for them, and they start to fall.
And there come more warpins. We have a pilot now on the high ground. He can warp in
right in his face.
Exactly.
And Nestea with a lot of links though does push this back a little bit, and his Mutalisks.
He can't build any.
GG.
He can't even build any Mutalisks. Mutalisks won't help him
No.
against this many Stalkers.